All right, let's dive into the energy forecast for February 6th, 2026. Now, this is a really interesting one because it's basically a day of two halves. The whole thing kicks off with this incredibly positive, easy flowing vibe. But you're going to want to stick around because there's a crucial shift later on that you'll need to know about.
So, if you only remember three words today, make them these: harmony, balance, collaboration. Seriously, this is the main story for most of the day. The dominant energy is just overwhelmingly positive and all about connecting with people.
So, where's all this good energy coming from? Well, it all starts with the foundational mood for the day, which is set by where the moon is hanging out. And today, the moon is in Libra. What that means for us, down here, is that our focus just naturally drifts towards relationships. You know, we find ourselves instinctively looking for balance and fairness in how we deal with each other. It's a day that's really built for connection, not for picking fight.
With that Libra energy setting the scene, the whole flow of the day just feels smoother. You'll find that communicating what you need and actually hearing what other people need just comes more easily. You might even find yourself being the person who calms down a tense situation or who finds that perfect common ground in a disagreement. This is the current for the day, so you might as well just float along with it. And you know what? It gets even better. On top of that already gentle Libra moon, we've got this really powerful and positive astrological alignment that kicks in and it just cranks up that easy flow to another level. This is what really opens up the day's biggest opportunities.
We're talking about something called a trine aspect. Now, you don't have to be an astrologer to get this. Just think of it like a cosmic green light. It's this super supportive angle between planets that creates this easy, fluid current of energy. It's what unlocks the best parts of the day. Okay, so what does this cosmic green light mean in the real world? Well, for one, it brings this amazing mental clarity where ideas just seem to click. Social harmony gets a huge boost, making teamwork and collaborations feel not just productive, but actually fun. It's a fantastic day for brainstorming, getting a group project over the line, or even just catching up with friends.
This energy also offers something pretty special. You know, that constant push and pull we feel between wanting our own freedom and wanting to be close to people. Well, today, that conflict just kind of dissolves. You can be your true, authentic self while connecting deeply with others. You don't have to sacrifice one for the other. It's a really beautiful state of balance.
So, the day is shaping up to be pretty fantastic, right? But as we get into the evening hours, the vibe starts to change. A more challenging energy starts to creep in, and it's something we really need to be aware of. This timeline shows it perfectly. We're riding this beautiful, easy wave all day long. But then, as evening hits, a new energy comes into play. It's a challenging aspect, a Moon-Jupiter square, and its main effect is pretty simple. It encourages us to exaggerate. And that brings us to the most important question to ask yourself as the sun goes down. Am I overdoing it? It's so easy to get swept up in all the good feelings from the day and just not realize when you're starting to push things a little too far. So what do these pitfalls actually look like? Well, this energy can tempt us into having totally exaggerated expectations of ourselves and of other people. It's that feeling where you're just prone to overdo everything, overspending, overeating, overpromising. Even our emotional reactions can get totally magnified, turning a small issue into a huge deal. And here's the real kicker. This is the most important part. The consequences of going overboard tonight, well, they won't be that obvious right away. The real impact, the sort of hangover from it all, is going to be felt much more clearly tomorrow. So whatever seeds you plant tonight, that's what you're going to have to deal with in the morning. Okay, so how do we handle this? How do we put it all together and navigate this day of two very different energies? Let's talk strategy.
The whole strategy for the day really boils down to this. For most of the day, lean into that harmony. Go for it, connect, create, find that easy balance with people. But as the evening rolls in, you have to make a conscious choice to just pull back a little. That's the moment to practice moderation and resist that temptation to go big. And that brings us to our final thought for the day. How can you use all that great harmony you create today to build a strong foundation, one that can handle the potential exaggerations of tomorrow? That's something to really think about as you navigate this dynamic and fascinating day. Thanks for listening.